Well, how's everybody doing tonight? We are live. We are live. We are live. Let's talk about some good old crappie fishing. As most of you know, this is my least favorite time of year. My least favorite time of year when a lot of people think it's the crappie season. And I'll explain that a little later on. We got a full house tonight, guys. We got a special treat. And let me go ahead and get these guys brought in. And as you know, we got Steve.
How's it going, guys?
As you know, we got Kim.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm gonna let this person announce who they are.
I'm Sarah Nail, and I'm from Grenada, Mississippi, and I own the Grenada Crappie.
Two of her.
Awesome.
You got two of them.
Yeah, Steve spoke very highly of your place over there. And one of these days, I'm telling you, I've been saying it for a long time that I'm gonna get a chance to start traveling, and Grenada's gonna be one of them lakes that I'm coming to.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'd love to have you. Love to have
Yeah.
you. I'm
Yep.
Steve, nice, very nice gentleman. And I'm pretty sure, Steve, you got a 304 out of that lake?
308. Yep.
308, yeah.
308.
And then a 299 the next drop.
When I come, I'm coming for that 4-pounder.
That's for sure. Well, I think we're all looking for that one.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
So everybody that don't know, Sarah's backyard is Grenada, and what's the name of the cabins you have there?
It's called Grenada Crappie Den, and we're located right off the number 8, which is right off the highway. So we are exactly 3 miles from the main, which is the number one question I always get: is how close are you to the lake?
Yep.
And so I'm 3 miles from the boat landing, not far at all. And the bait shop, the gas station, restaurants are all within about a quarter. So
Somebody got a fire extinguisher going off.
My
Oh,
wife
fire
burning up the
alarm.
house. Oh,
cooking, so but
You
yeah,
good? You don't need me to call 911 over there, do you, Kim?
now I hope I'm good. I don't see any smoke. Oh, Lord.
well, you can say you're on fire, that's for sure. Maybe they'll calm down here in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things are
So I turn your mic down a little bit, Kim. You're gonna have to open the door or something. I think you got something over there
Yeah.
that's awfully hot.
So can y'all hear me okay then?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Yes, I can hear you. Yep.
So what I was saying, so we are conveniently located at the bait shop, actually the gas stations, restaurants, liquor store, everything's right here, very conveniently located. But not to mention, it's also got a place where you can pull your boat and truck in, plenty of room to turn around. You can take all your equipment.
Uh-oh. Got muted somehow.
Yeah, we got muted.
Uh-oh.
I
Oh,
can
there it
hear you
goes.
now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know if I'm back in. Am I there? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay, perfect. All right. So one of the things I was saying was definitely the convenience of having the boat and your truck here, plenty of room to turn around. It has all of your plug-ins so you can charge your battery up. It's got a fish cleaning station so you can clean your fish. And that's one of the biggest things about the convenience is you're not in a hotel room. You're not having to worry about your things. You don't have to take everything inside. Not to mention, we have rocking chairs on the front porch. You get to kick back and just rock the night away and enjoy your evening and just kind of chill out after a long day of fishing. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people like here is it's just kind of a homey place. It's comfortable. And I think that's a lot to do with it as well. So,
Yes. Great
You agree?
place. Yep.
So, and one of the things I do pride myself on is I'm a nurse also, so I still work in the evening times, and I do that and do this during the daytime as far as the crappie den. So everything is nice and clean. Everybody the beds, make sure everything is comfortable, so that way you don't wake up with an aching back and you're able to get up and go that next day. That's important to me because I understand the importance of comfort. So that's a big thing I think as well that I bring to the table as far as the crappie den as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Steve spoke very highly of your place over there.
Thank you,
Explain
Steve.
the different cabins that you have.
So what we have is I have a larger cabin, and that's where the crappie den name come from. I can actually sleep 6 to 8 men independently. It's a big 2-room place, and it also has a separate living room and a full kitchen, very big kitchen. It has a farm table that all 8 guys can sit at. And that's one of the things I think they like a lot is 2 full baths, plenty of room, they're not on top of each other, that kind of thing. And then I have one that'll sleep 5 to 6 people, so in a little farmhouse kind of thing, sits back kind of behind the woods, a little private. Very nice. All of them have exactly the same, accommodations. And then I have the smaller ones that, like the one I'm in right now. This one sleeps like a couple or 1 or 2 people here. They all have queen beds, twin beds, full beds, depending on your need. I try to be as accommodating as I possibly can. So when you call in, you're going to get me. You're not going to get an answer machine. You're not going to get a voice. You're going to get me on the phone, and I'm going to be able to figure out what your needs are, how to accommodate you. It's very affordable. I mean, especially, as far as the rates at the local hotels. And with all of that, like I said, I believe in being kind and respectful, and everybody wants somebody on the other end of that phone line and not having to push buttons, press 1 for this and 2 for that, that I think it misses that, hospitality. And that's one of the things that I get complimented on the highest is the fact that I'm there. I'm going to meet you. I'm going to greet you. I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. I'm going to talk to you. And I want to see what size that fish was you caught this I can talk about the size of fish I caught.
Yeah.
That's important too.
Yeah.
So I do like to fish, and that's one of the things I think that makes this easy as well. Because if I don't have anything else to talk to you about, I'll talk to you about fishing. So that's a good thing as well. Yeah.
And Sarah is also affiliated with the guides in the area. So if you have a
Absolutely.
trip, she can help you schedule a trip and everything.
That is correct. So we have several local guides here, and they're really good to me. They will send me clients to lodge for them. And if they come in, like I've got he's a traveling guide. He's Art Lemis is what his name of his company is. And so he travels, or he'll come here, send his clients here, and he stays with me also. So, and then he'll take me out on the boat and let me fish, with him as well. Real Crappie Guys has done the same thing. They've done a great job with me as well, sending people my way, as is Patrick Stone Fishing. There's several of them here, that have said, hey, can you put this guy or put that guy up? Can you put me up? I was like, yeah, I can. So I get that a lot. And I think that helps because they all know, they've been here, they understand, and they're not going to put their clients in a place that's not comfortable. And I think that goes a long way. They know it's clean, comfortable, convenient. And like I said, I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. You're going to be comfortable. I'm going to make sure of that.
Yep.
That's what's up.
And do you
Just
have
like
a
I said,
website?
Yes, I do. So you can contact me. Actually, we've got the website is www.grenadacrappieden.com. You can contact us through Facebook at grenadacrappieden.com. Also, I'm on Google. You can Google me and look at all the different places that I have at Grenada Crappie Den. Also, I'm on Airbnb called The Perfect Cabin for the Fishermen. So I'm on Airbnb. You can actually look at the beach on there. Get a lot of people that go that direction. And then you can also give me a call, and it's at 662-445-3367, which actually spells out DENS, and that's DENS. So that actually works for me. And when you do, I'll respond. Steve will tell you if I'm not there, I have an automatic response, and I will be back with you within the hour.
Yep.
Absolutely within the hour. So
awesome. One of these days, you're going to see my face there.
I hope so.
I promise you that. It's going to happen.
Well, you are welcome to come anytime you get ready. I'll be glad to have you. That's one thing I look forward to meeting people And when you leave here, you'll have a friend at the Crappie Den. And I say that all the time because it's just the truth of it. There's no
Yeah.
doubt. We're Facebook friends. Steve and I just became friends. It's actually, and that's how it's done. It really is. And but I'd love to have you come down and stay with us. Absolutely, would love it.
Yeah. The crappie community is real tight knit anyway. You know, so we all help each other out, and that's what it's all about.
Yep,
It is.
exactly.
Totally,
Yep.
absolutely. As a matter of fact, I have a gentleman right now in one of my homes. I was just talking to him. He watches you.
Oh, really?
I guess where I'm going to be on YouTube here in a little bit. I got to get going because I just got off. And he said, really? And I showed him. He said, I watch him all the time. He said,
cool.
that you make your own, your own jigs and stuff.
Yep.
He does too. You taught him how to do his. His name is Mr. Deland Richardson. I told him I'd tell you that.
Oh, cool.
And so he's going to leave me one of his that he made, but he said he learned that from you. So I thought that was so interesting. So just know you got a good follower. You got a follower there for sure. No doubt about it. Absolutely.
I tell a lot of people I helped start a lot of these jig tying companies around here.
He did. That's what he was saying. Absolutely. He does do that. So, but I thank you guys so much for having me. I absolutely appreciate this opportunity. And like I said, Steve was wonderful. And, and I love meeting him and his son. And like I said, I never meet a stranger. I never do. Absolutely.
Yeah. We have a lot of guys here just from different states. Everybody that comes here, everybody's not from Texas. So
right.
A lot of the guys travel to, I seen See It in here a little while ago. I think he's in Texas this week, if I remember correctly. But a lot of these guys travel to different lakes, so
absolutely,
that's good to see that you're willing to come on and show your place and let everybody know what you got going on over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I appreciate that. And we do. I get a lot. I would say 95% of the people that I get are from out of state. They're out of state. They're here because Grenada has such a reputation for the fishing is amazing. The people here are amazing. We have a great community here at Grenada. Can't say enough about it. I mean, you go anywhere here and you're going to get treated with kindness, respect. That's just one of the things that we do provide here in Grenada. So that's for sure. And Mr. Steve, I'm sure you probably noticed that when you were here.
Oh yeah, I love. I'm already planning my next trip.
Can't wait.
I'm gonna get my son Nicholas a 3-pounder next. That's the goal.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's out there. It's out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I come, I'm coming for that 4. They messed up showing me that it got several 4s in there. That's gonna be my goal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They found those 4s and got them out of there. There's no doubt about it. Well, you come on down. I'll put you in a nice place to stay. That's for sure.
Awesome. Well, I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna need you to point me where those 4s are too.
That's where that right there. They always ask me. I always get what ramp do I need to put in on? I'll tell them that. The wind's blowing. Where do I need to go? I'll tell them that. And when they start asking me about where those fish are, my lips get quiet. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
But I will help out a lot of people that have not been here before. From a safety standpoint, I do try to help out with, don't put in at this ramp or that ramp because they don't understand the dangers and the way the lake is set up. And so a lot of times they'll put in the wrong ramp when the wind's blowing the wrong way, and that can cause some problems sometimes. So
without a doubt.
Yeah. I do try to help with those kind of things, and I will occasionally wink. Let some people, we won't mention his name over there. I'll give him a little hint or two every now and then to help him out. So,
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll definitely look you up when I get a chance, and I'm quite sure. Go throw your number out, the name of your place, and your number out again.
Okay, it's Grenada Crappie Den, and the phone number is 662-445-3367, or Dens, DENS. You can find me there, or you can just look. You can just go to Google and look me up on Gradator Crappie Guide and Gradator Crappie Den through Google. You can find me there as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds
Well,
like a plan.
all right. Well,
It's like I said, it's gonna happen. I
I
can't
believe
tell you when, but it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. Life's short.
That's right.
It's getting shorter.
Yep.
So whatever you say one day, don't make it one day. Make it tomorrow.
Well, I wish I could.
You can.
I'd have somebody very upset. I got a guy in town from San Antonio that's going on a trip with me tomorrow.
Bring him with you.
That would be a super prize right there.
There you go. Look, I got room for both of you. Y'all come on.
Awesome. That's what's up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we really do appreciate you coming on.
Thank you guys. And I
Uh-oh.
appreciate you having me. Yep, we lost Mr. Steve. But I thank
Yep.
you very much.
Okay.
And I look forward to seeing you.
Without a doubt, it's coming.
All right. I'm going to hold you to it.
All right.
All right.
You will see me.
Well
Hey,
done.
thanks for coming on, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great evening.
Yes,
Too.
ma'am. You too.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Dropped
Damn, my
out, huh?
connection tonight. Yeah, my connection's not good tonight. I don't know why.
Well, I see our next guest trying to. Oh, there he is. He just joined.
Okay.
We go ahead and see if I can get him added in. Now I think he's having some issues. I can see him, but I think he's having some issues. So
Yeah.
I seen JLD commented a while ago that he seen me on the East Fork of Lake Houston, and I'm gonna tell you there's got to be somebody with a boat that looks a whole lot like mine, because I'm getting a lot of people telling me that they are seeing me on the lake, and it's not. I hadn't been on Houston in a minute, but it wasn't me. I think he's good to go now. I can see him moving.
Okay.
Tom, what's going on, man?
What's
Hey,
up,
how's it
guys?
going,
How are
Tom?
you?
Good,
What's up,
man. How
Tom?
you doing?
Not too bad. How are you
Good,
all?
man. Good.
Well,
Yep,
Go ahead
doing
and
good.
introduce yourself to everybody. I know you got your name right there, but
Right on.
there's a lot of people that they're not gonna know who you are.
Absolutely. No worries, guys. Well, thank you again for having me on this evening. My name's Tom Lloyd. I live in Springfield, Missouri, actually, and I am part of the Beatdown crew. I work with Beatdown Outdoors. For those of you that have seen our mounts, we do a lot of electronics mounts and out of Sedalia, Missouri, and I run a lot of their sales. I do a lot of their marketing. I do a lot of this, that, and the other thing. So just happy to be here, guys, and I definitely appreciate you guys having us on. So,
Oh, no problem,
Oh,
man. Awesome
without a
products,
doubt.
man.
Yep.
I've used many mounts, and you Beatdown is like the top notch. You know, the Cadillac. Yep.
that's right.
Set the standard. Yep.
That
Without a
is-
doubt.
Yep. I got a 16-inch and a 12-inch on there, and I can go 60, and that thing doesn't even rock. You know.
That's right. I'm
Yep.
glad to hear that.
And I
We
like
can
to
say
tell
it all day
people, I was
long,
like,
but
Yep.
it helps coming
Yep.
from you all too. So
Yep. And like I tell everyone, all you have to do is buy it once. That's what
That's
you have
right.
to think. You know, buy it once and you have it forever.
Yep. You can either worry about being cheap about it and buy something else, and then have to buy ours later because it
Right.
breaks.
I'm probably on my 8th one, and I'll never buy another one. You know.
No kidding.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep. 8 different.
I hate to hear
kinds,
that,
you know.
really, but
Try out different
I'm glad
ones.
you
You know,
found
and you
us.
don't like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Tell you what, y'all
Right
don't talk
on.
much about that flex, man. But I'll tell you this: that thing there's so versatile that, especially with my boat, because in one trip I'm standing up on my front deck, I can extend that thing up and not having to break my neck looking down. And then I got that big old cooler seat on the front of my boat, to where if I want to sit down and on that couch I got up there, I can fold that mount down and bring it up, right in my face. That
Mhm.
flex is a mean man.
It is too, man. You're not wrong. We definitely don't talk about that one enough. I know that's a fact. It's one of those deals. We started out with the ultimate, and for those of you that don't know, it's beatdownoutdoors.com. Just go check them out. Unfortunately, I'm traveling tonight. I'm actually in Detroit in a hotel room, if you can't tell in the background here, but I needed to jump on with you boys, and we made it happen. So I'm a make it happen kind of
That's
guy.
good,
So
man.
unfortunately, I don't have anything to show you guys except for this cool sweatshirt here. That's all I
Yeah.
had on me. But that's all right. So, but yeah, we have, it kind of all started with the ultimate, and the ultimate is a telescoping mount. Basically it goes around a pole. There's a collar that goes around a pole, and then you can put a single graph on there or a double graph, two graphs on there, or even three graphs now. So basically the idea is you can slide that up and down. So it starts at the base of the deck, and you can slide it up to 17 inches to one level, and you can slide it up again to about 30 inches there. And that's the ultimate. That's the flagship. That's the one we started with. That was the original model out there. And then we kind of, that was a lot for the crappie guys. I know this is a big crappie podcast here, and we kind of kicked this whole thing off at Wally's show, the Crappie Expo, about 2 years ago there in Branson. And that was our very first show. We just come out. We had the ultimate. We had a couple extra mounts there. Sold a ton. A lot of the guys that were in the event came over and were like, "Oh my goodness, we've never seen anything like this." And so that was kind of our test to make sure that it was a viable product and all that. But then we, started talking with some guys in the bass market. And myself, I'm an avid bass tournament angler. I love crappie fishing, to go eat them up and catch them as much as I can, but I'm not on your boys' level as far as catching them big ones. I catch them from time to time, but I haven't invested the time to go learn how to do all that. But in any event, we made what we call the ultimate shorty. So basically that was a shorter version of the ultimate, and that, really fit the bass market. So we're just really just trying to listen to the customers, listen to what people are trying to say, tell us about the mounts, what they like about them, what they don't like about them. And guys, we're on about the 8th iteration of that ultimate, just trying to tweak it and make it better every time. Every time we come out with something a little bit new, help you guys, really we're just problem solvers at the end of the day, just trying to find what the problem is. And the first problem is, and we call it the beatdown moment. You have the beatdown moment out there when you're looking down at your graph and you're staring down at that thing all day long, and your neck's hurting, your back's hurting, your legs are hurting. And you guys all on this podcast know what I'm talking about. For those of you that haven't seen the beatdown products, go check it out. You guys have all been there before. You've had the beatdown moment. You just didn't know you had the beatdown moment, if that makes sense. And really, as soon as you have that moment, you're like, let's get this thing off the ground. And that's really what we tried to do from the very get-go. And then from there, like you mentioned, we come out with the flex because, we understand it's an expensive mount. As you said, Steve, I mean, you buy it once and that is what it is, and it's going to last you a lifetime. But we understand. I mean, we're in an industry now that's just getting out of hand. There's a lot of things that are crazy priced, but we wanted to try to get in that middle price point, not sacrificing the quality, because again, if you're looking for cheap, we're not the answer. If you're looking for quality and a value, we are the answer, no matter which one you go with. And that flex, what it does is it's going to be a telescoping mount as well, but instead of just going straight up and down only, it's going to lay over on the deck, and that's going to, get it down out of the way up to that same 30 inches, and it has a second telescoping level as well, and it goes up to that level. But right now it's built for one graph. It's built as kind of that economy version, a little bit less price, but it fits that niche and it fits that market, just as you were talking about there, that it is something that we don't talk about enough, because it really is in that middle ground where guys that are kind of just getting into it, or guys that really, don't have a need for that ultimate, can really find the avenue that fits best for them. So hopefully that makes sense. And, and we'll definitely, we hear that a little bit occasionally, and we're definitely trying to work on that a little bit more, as far as getting that flex out there to more guys, and gals, of course, that are interested in that. But we're definitely trying. And, I'm sure you guys, I know Steve, you mention it when I talked to you earlier. I know you see all that and all the progress we're making. We got some cool new stuff we'll talk about here in a few minutes too. So
Cool.
But that was a long-winded way of saying we got some work to do to get that flex out there a little bit more. So sorry about that.
I got a question for you. What's the biggest
sir.
unit you've seen somebody mount on the flex?
On the flex of 16 is what I've seen
really?
a guy put on it. Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna bounce up to the 12 soon. And
it'll handle it, man. And the big thing with all the mounts is they're all cut out. You know, there's the plate, as you know.
Exactly.
There's that plate that's got all the different holes for all the different manufacturers. It doesn't matter what size graph you have, you just bolt it on there. So we've tried to put that on there for almost every graph out there, and inevitably they change them every year, and we got to drill new holes, and you may have to drill a hole or two, but you're just drilling it into aluminum. So, but they're all made aluminum, steel, all anodized. Got our logos on them, and again, they're built to last, guys. We own a machine shop, and that's really where the whole thing started. Travis Glenn, Blake Price, and Todd Price. Those are the masterminds behind this deal. I'm just kind of the guy to help bring it to the market and, you know, help spread the good word, as they say. And you guys are helping us out and doing a great job of that as well down that way. And we definitely couldn't do it without your all support.
Appreciate it.
Things just like this. But I mean, I know you guys do far more than just these podcasts and video chats and all that. So we definitely appreciate that. And everybody around the country that's getting it out there. I mean, we traveled this year, several different shows, Oklahoma, Texas, obviously in Missouri. We went out to South Carolina for the Bassmaster Classic this year. We'll be down in Florida for ICAST. You know, we're really trying to get it out there, and we can't do it without the support of you guys and many other guys like you that are in the industry helping us out. The Scarboroughs, you know, Joey Cook, you know, Jerry Hancock, a lot of those guys that have been with us for a long time, Kevin Rogers. Those guys, we can't do it without them, and we can't do it without you guys. So we definitely want to say thank you for everything you guys do and continue to do to help answer questions first and foremost. I mean, that's the hardest thing, because it really is, because it is that investment. It is kind of that two-touch product for people. They got to either see it on someone's boat and then go to the website, or they got to see it on the internet, see it on social media, and then see it on a boat or see it at a show. And without you guys, we can't make a lot of that stuff happen. So we definitely appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Cool.
No doubt.
What about some of your new I know you have for the console now.
Yep. So that's we're trying to keep that under wraps a little bit, and then we messed up and took it out to the Classic, and I mean, that thing just blew up, guys. I'm telling you, if you would have seen some of the reactions, as you know, Steve, I mean, you guys have seen it, and you know, as you mentioned earlier, the thing's sweet, and it is, and it's something that people have never really seen out there. Everybody, you know, you can make a console mount. There's several of them out there, and it's not anything new and fantastic, but just like the front of the boat, I mean, there's tons of those different mounts out there that are stationary mounts. Can't do anything with them, can't move them left and right, up and down, things like that. But we kind of took the approach that we've taken with everything, is that we're not just going to build a product to say, me too. Hey, we got one too. We're innovating and trying to come up with new products that solve issues, solve problems while you're out there on the water. And really, that's what it's all about, is really trying to maximize the time on the water. A lot of us, I'm sure you guys, you know, fish on the weekends, work during the week, and we only got a certain amount of time out there on the water. Or if you're a professional, you got all the time out there on the water, but you want to maximize that time and make it the most efficient. So what we have coming out here soon, and it's probably still going to be, you know, 3 to 4 to 6 months, somewhere in that time frame. We haven't officially set a date out there, but we kind of showed it out there at the Classic. There's some YouTube videos out there, some Facebook videos, things like that. But it's a console mount, and the biggest challenge that we're having right now is just outfitting every single different boat manufacturer the plate that's behind the steering wheel, right? So everybody's boat's set up a little differently, no matter if it's a brand new boat or a 20-year-old boat. They're all different. I mean, even within the brands, you know, from a Phoenix 21 to a Phoenix 19 to a Phoenix 20, you know, they're all different console setups, and they do that for their reason. It's no big deal. but it's just a matter of each one of those brands and each one of those years, we have to fit a plate for that. So the base is the plate, right? So if we take this iPad here, that's going to go and that's going to through bolt into the dash of your boat. From there, for those of you that know what our ultimate is, it's got that tubular, that pole that normally goes up and down. But what we're going to do is, instead of having it up and down, we've actually flipped it on its side. So what's going to happen there is you're going to have two, one here and one here, and those are going to slide in and they're going to slide out and be able to adjust. They're also going to be able to tilt that graph in and out so that you can get that sun glare off and kind of get that cockpit view of your graphs. And not only that, you know, one of the other big challenges that we've had and tried to solve for since day one. I mean, Robert Carlisle, for one, you know, down there at that Crappie Expo, he had a rough accident, and it was partly due to his graph sticking up and he couldn't see around it. And, you know, so that was an issue that we were trying to solve for, is that safety, getting those graphs down out of the way. And it's no different on the console. You know, we're all putting those big graphs back there, and it's really hindering a lot of visibility and being able to see, you know, around them. So what we're being able to do, as opposed to a normal mount where you're putting there, you're going to be able to tilt them back, which you want to go with them, and get them out of the line of sight. And really, just again, safety and functionality is our two biggest concerns. But you're also, you know, going to the safety part of it, you know, with the ultimate, you know, you're actually able to take your entire graph off of that pole and take it in the hotel room with you, put it in your truck. You know, there's a lot of people out there that aren't very honest, and they like to borrow things from you and probably never return them. But, you know, that's just what it is. But it's no different on the console mount. We've made it so that when you slide that graph, it's going to slide off, and you're going to be able to take that in the hotel room with you, or take that in your truck. And if you don't want to actually take it off, we actually are now building in a locking mechanism to the end of that pole, so you're actually going to be able to lock those graphs onto that pole too. So a lot of functionality. We're not trying to just, you know, do something that's been done before. There's really no sense in that. We're really trying to come out with something new, something fresh, something that solves multiple problems out there in the marketplace today. So I know you guys on this WebEx here, or this call, I know you guys have all seen it, but for whatever reason, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. Beatdownoutdoors.com, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. You know, we definitely appreciate it. Super Dave, I appreciate you throwing that in there. So
yeah.
But yeah, so
Super Dave is one of our moderators. Super Dave's one of our moderators, so he's on top of things over there.
Good.
We also got a question here. They were asking if you're going to a World Fishing Fair. I'm not sure what that is.
It's in Springfield.
Yeah, so Bass Pro in Springfield, Missouri, flagship store. They're doing a huge. I mean, if you haven't checked it out yet, it's massive. I mean, if anybody's ever been to that Bass Pro there, they got 3 huge parking lots down there, and they've actually blocked all that off and put up big tents and basically made a huge expo out of that. And we're not going to be there as a vendor or anything like that, but I will be around. I think tomorrow afternoon there. I'm flying back into town, so I'll be around a little bit. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to talk about or see anything, just holler at me. My Facebook's just Tom Lloyd Jr. or Tom Lloyd Jr. Fishing on Instagram. So I can definitely help you there.
Cool. Yeah, I heard they have a pallet of LVS 34 transducers there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I heard. Yep, they have tons of them in stock up there.
Wow.
Yeah, and everywhere else don't have them yet.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good place as any to kick it off for sure.
Yep. Right
on.
Cool, man. Yeah, appreciate everything, man.
I seen a post on the net today that they were saying that they had sent out a bunch of the kits, the packages with the transducer and the black box,
mm-hmm.
the LVS-10, and they were saying that they were holding back on just the transducers, and there were people buying the whole kit that already had the black box.
Yeah.
And they were saying that they
Oh,
were doing
geez.
that just to get more money. But people talk, and it's crazy how when something come out that everybody got something to say. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people have something negative. Well, it's not really
Oh, yeah.
negative, but it's sort of negative.
Yeah. No,
What do you
I
think
totally
about live
understand that.
scope?
Man,
Tom, what do you think about
I'm a
live scope,
big
the technology?
forward facing sonar guy. I'm personally a Humminbird guy, so I got the Humminbird Mega Live, but
Okay.
I've never used the Lowrance one. I've been in the boat with one. I've used the Garmin Live Scope a little bit. And really they all have their they all have their strengths and their weaknesses,
Right.
no doubt about it. And it really comes down, and they're all getting so good nowadays. I can't say a bad thing about any one of them, but
Right.
to me, obviously Humminbird and Lowrance are a little later to the game here, and they're
Right.
perfecting some things. And I know Humminbird just came out with another update, a week or so ago that, from what I understand, I haven't got a chance. I've been traveling so much, I haven't got a chance to get it on my updated on my graph yet. But from what I understand, it's got a lot more power to it and be able to see out a lot further and see that bait out there. So,
Oh,
man,
cool.
I really like all the forward facing sonar. There's a lot of, like you said, a lot of negativity out there just in general. But at the end of the day, it's not going to put fish in the boat for you. You still got to go out there and catch
Hmm.
them.
Yeah.
And I think everybody that's seen that forward facing sonar understands that there's hundreds of thousands more fish out there than we ever thought that there
Oh, yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of making them bite for sure.
Yeah.
So I seen a guy ask about if we have a kayak mount yet,
Yep.
and the answer is no. We don't have
That
anything that's specific for kayaks right now.
sound like a new
However,
market for you.
I know, I know. We're trying to figure that out, Tim. Tim Adams is the one that asked that question,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we're really trying to figure that out. The big challenge again is really trying to get in the right price point with that stuff. So that kayak market I know is evolving, just like everything else started, and it's one of those deals that all the research, we're not a shoot first, ask questions later type of bunch here. We really do try to, invest a lot of time and effort to try to figure out where we need to go and make sure it makes sense, because we come out with a amount that's, $300 or $500. Well, the most expensive mount that we've done research on in the kayak world is about $100. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. There's a whole, they're fairly heavy. I mean, our mounts are stable. It's sturdy stuff. I mean, they're 8 to 10 pounds, and then you add a couple graphs on there, and you're up well past 10 or 12 pounds there. And so putting that on a kayak doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So we're really trying to this year really finish up that console mount is really first priority for us. And then getting a lot of this stuff out there to a lot of our dealers. We got a great dealer network. If you guys work with a rig shop out there that doesn't have them yet, just give us a holler. We'll be happy to make it happen. But Bass Tank sells a ton of our stuff. There's a ton of retailers around that, and I would be remiss if I started trying to name them all. But it is literally, we talk to at least one or two a week that we sign up as a new dealer with Beatdown, just because everybody understands, everybody sees the value, and everybody sees why it's such a great product and why you're going to buy it one time and not have to buy it
Hmm.
again. So, but
Well, my record is still standing strong, and my people know that if I talk about it, if I got it on my boat and I'm talking about it, it's the deal.
there's no doubt. There's
So
no doubt.
and it's something that I've done. I've been truly faithful with doing that. Yeah, I'll get a product, and I'm gonna test it, put it through the ringer, and if it's good, it's good.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, man, those beat downs, there ain't, a lot of these guys want to go out and get, I'm not gonna name the mounts, but they'll be running across the lake, and the mount falls down, it falls to the side, it's just crazy. And I shouldn't be doing what I do, but I'll have I only got a 10-inch unit. I have it extended up, and I can run across that lake rough as I don't know what, and that graph will just sit there and never move.
Yeah. We
So
definitely don't
make
recommend
it.
that, but
I know.
I
I know.
definitely appreciate the durability test and the report
Yep.
of that. I'm definitely guilty of it myself a little bit, but that's like I said, like you said, it's just part of making sure that it's going to stand up to the
That's
toughest
right.
conditions out
Yep.
there. And I fish on Lake of the Ozarks, if you guys are at all familiar with that, but it's one of the roughest places in the world, in my opinion, as far as boat traffic goes. They got, those big cabin cruiser yachts out there, the big cigar boats, things like that on the lake. It's a
Yeah.
huge party lake. There's docks for days on that lake. And in the summertime, I mean, you get all them boats out there and them, 3 and 4 and 5 footers going every direction. It's like a big old washing machine out
Yep.
there. And we fish bass tournaments all year long on that lake. And I can't not run my boat through those waves. I mean, there's just no option. And I've had it on my boat for over a year and a half now, almost 2 years now, and I have not had one single problem with that graph failing, with it moving. It's got hand tighten knobs that give you ability to really cinch that stuff down. And really, at the end of the day, the whole design behind it is that it's not flexing on the break point of the actual where it's mounted to the deck of the boat. There's no flex in, even though we call that one the flex. It's not really there's no flex to it. It's just flexible to fold down is all that means. But in any event, it really just, you can punish these things. I mean, Kevin Rogers has been up at Mille Lacs and all that big water up north, and videos after videos of just punishing these things. And we actually had a guy not too long ago that actually was running. I don't even remember what lake it was on, but was running and hit a tree and sheared both of his graphs off of the front of his beatdown mount. But the graph mount, the beatdown was still on there. It sheared off the gimbal mounts that come with the
That came with the
units.
unit.
That's
Oh,
right.
wow.
And
Yeah.
that beatdown mount's still standing there. So it reminds me of that Looney Tunes deal where the guy runs through the wall, and I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about there, but it's a funny deal, but it probably wasn't too funny for him. But in any event, it's just a testament to the quality and stuff that we build out there, and hopefully everybody can get their hands on one before too long and at least touch and feel it and give us your honest feedback. I mean, that's always what we're looking for too. I mean, we want to know if you love it, if you hate it, if you got something bad to say about it. We want to hear that too, because that's the only way we can grow and make things better. And I think that we've done a pretty decent job of that, trying to listen and learn from you guys that are out there putting it through the paces. So, like I said, we couldn't do it without you guys, and we really appreciate it.
I know I get a lot of
Appreciate it.
positive feedback from I'm a full-time guide, so a lot of the guys go with me to see how that live scope works, and that's one of the first things they say. Man, that mount does a lot that you have.
That's
So
right.
yeah, I've seen 3 or 4 guys already on the lake that I fished down here that's went to live scope, and they're running the beatdown mount. So
And
it's
that's one
working.
thing that we don't even really talk about too much either is, the fact that, you can just take that and swivel it just a little bit to get that sun glare off of it. And
Yeah.
that's such a big deal. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, if you got a stationary graph or something, even that telescope, some of those other mounts out there, and you can't twist it left and right and get that sun glare off of it, just makes it miserable
Yep.
to try to fish on it. So no, it's been a fun journey, and we're definitely not done, and we got a lot of other things in the hopper, a lot of other products out there that we've seen a need for that just we haven't had time, quite honestly. Obviously everybody in the world's dealing with production issues and parts issues, and from crappie bait manufacturers, rods, reels, line. I mean, everybody is having these issues, and we're no different.
Yep.
Luckily we have good sourcing of parts. We got good labor. We make everything in house, so it really helps us do a lot more than others, may be able to do. and we're very blessed by that for sure. And Blake and Todd and you know, Travis and their whole crew. I mean, they got an amazing crew up there at Ideal Tool is the company that actually makes all this stuff for Beatdown. It's Todd and Blake are father and son. If you guys don't know, they are the ones that started this. They own the machine shop and they do everything in house there. I think they got a crew about 20 people that run. They run a couple shifts now, thanks to Beatdown. And then of course Megan Lucanato, I think is how you pronounce her last name, but she's been phenomenal. If you guys call, chances are you're going to get her on the phone, and she's super knowledgeable about all the products and, you know, really just getting up to speed on, you know, different boats and things like that. And then Michelle too. They do a fantastic job over there, really trying to answer any questions that you could possibly have on how do I mount it, what graph do I put on it, how big a graph can I put on it. You know, what size do I need for this scenario? Whatever it is that you guys have questions about, don't hesitate to call us. There's a lot of information on our website for sure, but definitely feel free to give us a holler. We're always happy to take a call and make sure that we're getting you exactly what you need, because the last thing we want to do is sell you something that you don't like, don't need, don't want, whatever the case is. We want you to know it, to love it, and use it every day, because at the end of the day, that's what makes us successful. That's what makes you successful. And that's what it's all about. So
I'll tell you one thing that I know that was super cool that Steve did was talk to you guys about, you know, he's running at 16 and he needed to shift it over just a little bit. And you guys made that bracket, that special bracket, man. That's something that I'm quite sure a lot of people probably have an issue with, and that's an awesome addition to add to the lineup.
There's no doubt about it, and that's something. And forgive me, Steve, what boat do you run again?
I run an old Stratus.
Okay, perfect.
20-foot bass boat.
Yep. So that's been
on the bridge, and they moved the mount, the Beatdown mount. It's probably 2-3 inches to the right.
Yeah.
Because my trolling motor would hit my graph.
That's right. Yeah. So what we try to do with that bridge is really just center it over the top of your foot pedal, right? And so, but the problem is when we get in those bigger graphs, you know, 12s, 16s, whatever the case is, they get moved over so far that when you're pulling your trolling, I'm not telling you because you don't know, you're the one that obviously had the issue, but just for those of you guys watching, you know, so we want to move that graph over there to the right a little bit, so it's out of the way when you pull that troller up. And, you know, that's what Steve and them are talking about, is that we actually built a bridge mount that kind of offset where our mount actually mounts to the bridge. And that's a standard mount now. It's a standard bridge option out there on our website. And that goes back to what I said. And I know you didn't tee that up for me to knock a softball out of the park, but I mean, that's really what it's all about, is that we're really just trying to listen and learn and what the issues are and just come up with the best solution at the most economical price. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we got to make something that we can sell to consumers directly, and B, for those of you that don't know and don't understand the market, you know, we get guys all the time, and it's hilarious, and it's just kind of a joke now, but we get guys all the time at these shows that come up, I can build that for $50. It's like, well, man, have at it. I guarantee you that we spent over $5,000 on the very first one that we built. So good luck if you think you can make that for that price. But at the end of the day, and you guys know this, being in the crappie industry and tackle industry and whatnot, I mean, we got to sell this stuff to dealers, which means another layer of cost in there. And we got to sell it. They got to sell it to the consumer. It's just the way the world works nowadays. And so, yeah, could you make it for a little bit less than what we're selling it to you for? Sure, if you had a machine shop and want to do all that. But, you know, at the end of the day, like I mentioned earlier, are you looking for cheap or are you looking for quality? And we're going to be right in the middle of that, be on the upper end of quality, and hopefully a little less than what you'd expect out there. Because we often on the other end of the spectrum and tell guys, you know, how much does this cost? And they're thinking it's, you know, $400 or $500 more. And we're like, no, man, this is the price. And they're like, oh, wow, that's awesome. What a value, you know. And, you know, furthermore, if you start with one graph, it's the same system. You know, you have the ultimate, you can put one graph on there, and then later on down the road, if you decide you want 2 graphs on there, we don't make you buy an entirely new mount. You got to buy the additional pieces. It's kind of like a Lego set. You build, you know, you buy the base package, and then from there you buy the expansion package, right? So you're buying the double stack mount or the triple stack mount, and that's just sliding on to your base mount that you already have, and you don't have to re-drill any holes. You don't have to, you know, remount that unit down there. You're just going to slide that on and be able to get after it. But we didn't want you to have to buy a whole new mount. That's really something that doesn't make sense to us. We want you to, again, buy this mount one time and then be able to add or, you know, remove things as you need to. And that's why we made it as modular as we did. So,
Right.
but yeah,
That's
if
awesome.
anybody has any questions about different boats, different options out there, what you guys are running, things like that, definitely either put them in the chat or just shoot me a message or give us a call or whatever the case is. I've seen the phone number has been in the chat and as well as the website and all that. So should be good to go.
Without a doubt. Well, it's something that I think if I do get another boat, it'll have another Beatdown on it.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. What kind of boat you running, Tom?
I run a Nitro Z20. So it's a 20 foot bass boat. So
you got a 4-stroke on it, or?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
How you like that 4-stroke?
I do.
Yeah. When it cranks up, it sounds so mean.
Yeah, it does for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, it does for sure. So it's definitely a bulletproof motor. I really enjoy it, and it's one of those deals that's you know, you can just depend on it, and it's definitely a mean dude, and it you know, it does pretty good on gas comparatively anyway, and obviously no oil. Don't have to, you know, put oil in it every time, and you know, just make sure you're doing your maintenance on it. That's a big thing. 100-hour maintenance, you know, every year after that. So that's definitely a huge time saver, money saver overall. But yeah, I love that boat. And like I said, I'm going to try to do some more crappie fishing. What do I need to do to go target them biggins? I need to know.
Grenada or Lake Fork? Come to Lake Fork.
Come to Lake Fork. All right. Yep. What are they doing down at Lake Fork right now?
Crappie Masters starts Friday and Saturday.
Right on.
Look at the weigh-in. They'll probably 17, 18 pounds a day.
No kidding.
7 crappie, Just timber. Timber. Yep.
I seen them results from that Grenada one. That's I know you guys already talked about that.
Sick.
But that was
I
unbelievable.
was in Grenada for 10 days. I got my first 3-pounder 2 weeks
That's
ago.
awesome, dude.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I told the wife I'm not coming home without a 3-pounder. She's like, "You're back."
She said, "Stay there."
I wish I could.
No, that's
I tell you what,
crazy weights.
With all those 4-pounders that got pulled out of that lake, man. When I get there, that's my main goal. I want to see a crappie this big on my live scope.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
It's amazing.
So what? Yeah. No, that's good stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff.
I think that's about it. I don't see no more questions.
What's your biggest crappie you've caught?
Oh, I don't want to tell you. I'll be embarrassed to tell you. No.
At least you caught it, right?
Well, because for sure. I mean, we catch a lot of crappie. Don't get me wrong. It's you know, I don't fish Truman hardly ever. I fish Lake of the Ozarks a ton. I fish Bull Shoals a lot, and there's some big crappie there for our neck of the woods. And what's funny, and I hope Blake's on here watching. If he's not, I know he'll be rewatching this, but he always asks me the same thing. And I say, "Oh, it's about 15, 16 inches." He's like, "What does that mean?" I say, "I don't know. I don't know how much they weigh. I'm so ignorant on the crappie side. I don't even carry a scale or anything. So I know I've had some that are over 2 pounds, but I can't tell you if it was 2.5 or 2.3 or 2.1 or whatever. You guys are so scientific with all that stuff. It cracks me up. But I don't know, 15 or 16 inches, whatever size crappie that is."
Yep.
Hey, that's a good crappie.
No, it
yeah.
is, and
Yeah.
it's a ton of fun.
The
Actually,
question is, did you keep it or you threw it back?
no, those we chuck back, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
I'm a big
Conserve.
proponent of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And like I said earlier, I mean, you see that forward facing sonar, and there's just so many crappie out there, and
Oh yeah.
there's in my opinion, I don't care what anybody does. It's up to them, whatever they want to do. But if it's up to me, we're keeping those 9 and 10 inch
Yeah.
crappie. And anything bigger than that, I mean, unless that's all we're catching that day and we need a fish fry or something,
Right.
that's maybe a different story. But if we can get away with it, we'll keep them 9 and 10 inch crappie and throw them
They actually
12s,
taste
13s,
better.
14s.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Fry up crispier and
That's right. What's your
So you
all's
got
favorite batter, fish batter?
just straight cornmeal. Make it easy,
Straight,
simple.
right on.
Yeah.
Lose
Salt,
that.
straight cornmeal,
season. Yep.
and if you're gonna fry it after you don't season it until after you get it out of the grease.
Okay.
It will
Right on.
surprise you. You just
Yeah.
use Creole seasoning, whatever seasoning you like. You can just
Yeah.
put salt and pepper on it if you want.
Right
But
on.
Louisiana season in the blue bag.
There you go.
too salty.
Too salty.
Just right.
I hear you. Everybody's got their own taste. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that. But
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
have you guys ever tried Andy's?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Andy's
I hadn't
seasoning?
tried it.
I
Yeah,
never
I've
Man,
tried
heard
it.
that's
of
Is
my
it pretty
jam.
good?
I got
That's my jam, man. It's from
Okay.
St. Louis, and that's where I grew
Really?
up. And
Oh,
You
cool.
like
it's one of the
red?
nostalgia things. Yeah, Andy's Red. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
my
what I
son's
got.
girlfriend from St. Louis, she brought me some.
Yeah,
He
there
went to
you go.
school at Joplin up there in Joplin. He went to
Oh, right
college.
on. Yeah, not too
Okay.
far from me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from Kansas, so I ain't too far from you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Olathe.
Olathe. Right on. I
Hey,
think I was.
speaking of Olathe, I did not know that Gorman headquarters was in right there with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
told you. It's only 3 miles from my house.
Hey,
Oh man.
run over there and pick up my transducer.
I'll let you.
I knew that was coming.
Huh?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So you boys all run live scope, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Is there
All
anybody in
of
the
them.
crappie world that doesn't?
No.
Okay,
If
No.
they
that's
don't,
fair.
There's some
if
people
they
that
don't, they hate it and they want
Yeah.
to. They
That's
won't
right.
let you know
Yeah.
that they want
Yeah.
to, but they'll tell you
Yeah.
that they hate it.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause they ain't got it. That's why.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing what you see on live sonar.
Yeah.
You
So
learn so much just from what the fish reactions are.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you had, I know everybody gets into all the settings and yada yada, but that's all for another day. But if you had one tip to share with a guy that's just getting into it, as far as live scope, what would that one tip be?
Just be patient. That's what I say. Take your
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your
I,
time.
my tip would be learn the cone.
Okay.
Learn the cone and learn your range. And what I
Yeah.
mean by that, depending on what rod length, your boat setup, your transducer setup, learn where that fish needs to be for you to present that jig to him. And know what direction you need to go. And that's all part of learning the cone is knowing how, I tell people all the time, using live scope is no different than hunting a squirrel. What I hear all the time on trips is I can't see my jig. I can't see my jig. And I tell them, don't worry about seeing your jig right now. I got to get that fish to the zone. Once that fish is in that zone, then you present your bait. And I tell them, say, you got to see the squirrel before you aim at it.
That's right.
And that's one of the biggest tips I think I can for a person that's just starting is man, that cone is so important.
My thing is learn it before you take somebody else and put it on the boat with you. Learn it for yourself first before you
Yeah.
invite somebody to come. I got live scope. Come on, man. Let's go catch some fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to use it yourself. Then you
Yeah.
bring somebody with you.
Right. Right. To teach them the right way.
Because actually, it's a one man tool, really.
Yeah.
You can fish with two people that know how to fish, but it's actually a one man tool.
Right.
Isn't that
Right.
wild?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling a buddy of mine that really doesn't know. He knows even less about crappie fishing than I do, and that's really saying something. But as far as the tournament world, but I was telling him that in the tournaments there's one guy that fishes and one guy that stands there with the net, or
Yep.
culls fish, or whatever other things that need to be done. And
Right.
there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just the way
Yep.
it is, and
Right.
Wherever
that's
you
a
gotta make
product
that
of
money.
live scope, no doubt.
Yep. Right.
You gotta make the money. You gotta make the money. It don't matter who
Yep.
boats.
That's
Yep.
a fact.
So you got Kevin Walker here that looked like he's running a Skeeter DZ200. I guess that's a 20-footer.
Yep.
He's asking,
Yeah.
what do you offer? I guess he probably ought to put in there what graphs he's running also.
Yeah. And quite honestly, it shouldn't terribly matter what boat you have, or even for that matter, what graphs you have. The biggest thing is where you're going to mount it. So, depending on if you have a foot pedal tray that is recessed, or if the pedal just goes, on the deck of the boat, if you mount it just directly to the deck of the boat, or like I said, if you want that bridge, that's really the biggest two things that we need to kind of know, and what size that tray is, and then we can kind of go from there. And whether you want, like that flex model where it telescopes up and then folds down, or if you want just the straight up telescoping mount that slides up and down the pole. That's really kind of the two options, and the couple of mounting options that we have for that. So it honestly, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what boat or what all that is. We just got to figure out where you want to mount it and how many graphs you want to put on there is really
Yeah.
the two biggest questions that we kind of need to know to help you.
Yeah.
But if you want to
That's
drop that in the
what's up.
chat, we'll be happy to help.
Sound like he needs to put in a call to you.
That's right. Yeah, give us
Yep.
a call.
Another guy was talking about Andes. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
try.
Yep,
I'm
you
gonna
see
get
that?
some. Do they sell
Yeah.
it everywhere, or you have to order it online, or
Walmart.
Yeah, they
Walmart?
sell it everywhere in my neck of the woods. I don't know if they sell it everywhere
They
in
should
your
have
neck of the
some.
woods.
In
They sell
Texas?
it
I
down
don't
here
know.
in Houston. You can get
Oh,
it
they
in
do.
Houston.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
in
it's in
Dallas
an
for work,
orange.
so I'll
Orange,
find it.
look reddish looking bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Gil, how does it compare to that Louisiana stuff? Is it as salty? I mean, you don't even think the Louisiana is salty. I think it's way too salty.
So me being from Louisiana, I'm gonna say Louisiana. So
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I'd have to mix it
Andy's red.
50-50.
Okay.
you can
Louisiana
mix it. You
plus
gotta,
plain
yeah,
cornmeal. I'd have to add
yeah.
some plain cornmeal to it to cut it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna ruin it.
No,
That'd be all
I
right.
just don't. I don't eat a lot of salt. I mean,
Yeah.
even all the seasoning that I buy, I research and find out the salt content. If it's over 10%,
Right.
I don't want it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What do you boys like to fry in? What kind of oil?
Best part.
Peanut, canola.
Yeah, I use
That's about
canola.
my two choices.
Cast iron,
Cast iron.
Cast iron.
old school. Get
That's
that
right.
crunch going.
Yeah.
Yep. On cast iron. Can't
What
go
you
You
And
do
wrong.
usually
any?
we'll even do some whole fry too. Fried
Really?
whole.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be
What
down.
what you run, Kim?
Run well.
All.
I don't fry fish no more. I used to use peanut oil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. You ain't had no. Hey, it's so good, man.
I know. Rub it in.
What you usually do? What you do now? Mostly baked or blackened, or what do you?
I
What do you?
blacken it and I air fry it.
You ain't missing it then. I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
If I had
Yeah.
to, I could do without. I could do without fried.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't.
It's
I
hard.
ain't gonna start trying to
Hey,
cheat.
fried
It's
is
hard.
definitely the best, but I can do
Oh
without it.
yeah.
The best.
I'll just cut back. Instead of 7 days a week, I'll eat it 5 days a week.
That block, yeah, right.
That's right.
Right there.
Without a doubt.
Right there.
Yeah. I don't
That's
think
what's
I've ever
up.
met somebody that didn't like crappie.
Yep.
No, it's hard to beat.
Oh
There ain't
yeah,
no
that's
doubt
good
about it.
stuff. Yeah.
But I gotta know what's your favorite side to go with it.
Fried potatoes.
Yeah.
Potato.
French
There's
fries,
so much.
wedges.
You,
Yeah.
you
Potatoes.
just
Well, I
Type
might
can't.
of
even look.
potatoes.
You
Some
can
type
only
of
pick
potato.
one.
Fried
Broccoli,
Some
potatoes for
type of
me.
potato. Yeah.
steamed broccoli,
Fries. Crinkle fries.
Broccoli.
I
steamed
love
broccoli.
broccoli too.
Hey, man, I
I
love
love
broccoli.
green beans too.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, just a salad. I'll tell you what. You make your salad and take some of that fried or even blackened crappie and just break it up, in those small little pieces and put it over your salad. Man,
Oh yeah, yep, that's good.
that is
Yep,
very good. We had some
yep.
of that tonight.
Yeah,
Making
You
crappie's
me
just
good.
can't
hungry, and it's too late to be
Yeah.
eating.
you just can't go wrong with crappie. I don't care what
Oh
you
yeah,
do. Hey, it's just awesome.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. And Tom, we do
Yep.
this every Wednesday from 9 Central. Yep, every Wednesday we get on here and just talk crappie stuff and
Right
share the
on.
knowledge. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, if I can ever be an assistance, or I'll
Yeah.
definitely have to jump on and learn something. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. Yep. And if you ever come to Lake Fork, let me know and I'll meet you
I
over
will.
there.
We will.
And
We will make
SK
that
is Lake
happen.
Houston. If you're ever in the Houston area,
Lake Houston and
SK's.
Conroe.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Right on.
And then Kim's
Well,
up in Kansas, and
okay.
Bluegill, he's in Houston also. So,
What lake
yep.
do you fish in Kansas most?
Oh, Hillsdale and Clinton, and Perry, Pomona, all of those.
Gotcha. Right
Big
on.
on bluegill too.
Really?
Red ears, yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's some fighters.
Hmm.
yeah.
Look at Raised Outdoors. Say, oh, you got to have salt on your crappie. I'll take just a pinch. Hey, a
Yeah.
Just a
pinch will
little
do.
pinch.
Tom, you ever fish with them for them bluegill, like the red ears and stuff?
I have never really targeted them. No,
Oh
I've
yeah,
I've
there's some
obviously caught
fighters.
some, but yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt. We got goggle eye big time, and we catch them on the river a lot of times, and that's
Yeah.
similar as far as
yeah,
that
Yeah.
goes. They're kind of
right.
in between a crappie and a bass almost to
Yep,
me,
yep.
but
And they
Man,
fighters.
they're
no
fighters
doubt.
and dang good eating.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yep.
Without a doubt.
But I ain't met too many fish I don't like though to eat or to catch
Me,
for that
Yep,
matter.
me either.
yep. Exactly.
I've actually tried to this year. I've done two new types of fishing, and I'm looking to do some more. I went and gigged for suckers. If you guys know what that's all about,
Yeah.
you go out on a river at nighttime and put them lights on the front of the boat and have these big long poles and stab them, and it's
They're
got a
Oh
good
big
too.
wow.
trident on it. It's got three big forks, kind of like frog gigging, if you know what that's all
Okay.
about. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
they can stab them fish, and they just swim along. You just stab them and throw them in the bucket and knock the sides off of them on the riverbank and fry them up like that. And that
Oh
was
Yeah.
a lot
man.
of fun. I'd
They're
never done
good.
that before. And the other newest adventure I did that I've been trying to do for a long, long time is go ice fishing.
Oh
And
cool.
I went up to Minnesota with some buddies, time on the water as a veteran guide service that they do up there. And it's one of my really good friends. And he's been trying to get me up there for years. And we finally made it happen this winter. And that was an unbelievable time if you guys ever get the chance to. And I did learn a lot on that one. And we did a lot of crappie fishing. We were targeting crappie and bluegill through the ice. And
Oh cool.
that was really neat. I mean, we went around and drilled probably 150, 200 holes a day and uh, dropped them little bitty. I mean, the smallest little baits that you could think of down there for them crappie. And the thing that really amazed me the most is it seems like, especially watching them crappie on live scope, it seems like the more still you make your bait, the better off you're going to be a lot of times. I mean, you could
That
pop it
worked
every
for
once in a
crappie
while.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
up there with that ice fishing, I mean, you literally just shook that thing as fast as you could, and that little
Really?
jigs down. Oh my gosh! And
Yeah.
through the ice, through 3 foot of ice, and you're just like shaking that thing as fast as you possibly could, and then they just
You
go
do.
donk,
You do.
and
Oh
they'd eat it.
wow.
It blew my mind
Yeah,
that
it's
that's how
different.
they catch them.
Yeah, I went last year. That's exactly how we did it too. Shake, shake,
Yeah.
shake, 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 shake.
No
Man.
kidding, yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know what they think or how they
I wonder what the water what's the water temperature like when you're
frozen.
fishing? And
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
Froze. Yeah, it was
I
below
mean, I don't
negative
know.
two.
Probably it's got to be, in the 30s.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're so aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
But
they're
even here too, wintertime fish are usually this winter the fish been I don't know they just not aggressive, but usually the colder that water is, the harder they thump and the harder they fight.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah, no doubt. I just couldn't believe how much you moved that bait. That's
Man.
Yeah.
it's
Move
got
it
me
a lot.
wondering if I should try that with the live scope. Just
Right.
shake the crap out of it, see what would happen. You know what I mean?
Pew!
Yeah,
Junk will
yeah,
take
that'd be
off.
gone. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
no doubt. That'd be my luck.
Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Were you using spikes or what was you using?
Oh man, I don't honestly know. It was a little tungsten jig head with a
No,
little bitty
you tipping it with
plastic
meat.
on it. No, we didn't do any live or anything like that, but it was just a little bitty. It looked like a little baby dragon, is what I
Mm.
kind of looks like. But I'm talking little. I mean,
Yeah, they're
if
small.
Right.
it wasn't no bigger than your fingernail. I mean,
Right. Right.
The baits aren't big at all.
Little
no,
ice
it's,
jig. Yeah.
yeah, it's wild, but it'd hook them good, and you'd
Yeah.
reel them up as fast as you could, and I mean, they never come off. So
Yep.
I don't know. It makes you wonder.
Right.
That's what I love about traveling, and that's why I mentioned that I'm trying to do some other new types of fishing this year, and you see different things around the country. And I like I said, I bass fish mostly and tournament fish, and travel around the country and just try to see what's working around there. And a lot of times you can bring that stuff back, and I'm sure it's no different in the crappie world. I mean, you bring that stuff back to your home lake and try it at your home lake, and it's like they've never seen it before. And and obviously they maybe haven't. So
Right.
I'm always anxious to see the new baits and see the new techniques that guys use and bring it back home and try to catch them at home. So
Right.
Awesome.
it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Another thing that makes a great company, and you say you've been saying all along, just call it and you listen to what people got going on. Man, that's so important to me.
Yes,
That is
sir.
unreal. That's what make a company a good company, a great company.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
that's
it only benefits everybody because it gets you a better product that serves
mhm.
a better purpose.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, and that's something that's real big. I mean, we have a team meeting, at least once a month, if not, more often than that. And we were traveling all them shows, and we were, pretty much living with each other for weeks on end. And we just have such a great team and a lot of cohesiveness and a lot of everybody works well together. Everybody's got their role, but everybody works well together. But that's something that we constantly talk about is that just what did we hear today? What did we hear, whenever we're back at the hotel, whether we're sitting around drinking a beer or just sitting around chit chatting or whatever the case is, we're always trying to, kind of, debrief on the day. And, what did you hear today? What did what did this person say? How did they react to this? What do you think we need to do differently? And that's a question that gets asked every single day when we get to talking. What do we need to do differently? What do we need to do better? How do we make it better? How do we make the process better? How do we make the website better? How do we make our our social media better? And I know you guys do that same sort of thing, on this show, and I'm sure you guys chat about the show and how to make it better and all that.
Right. Yep.
And it shows. I mean, this is a flawless. I've never utilized this platform you guys are using on a podcast here, but you guys got it dialed in, and it looks super professional. You guys are doing a great job of since you guys were down.
Thank you.
Down there. Since we met you guys down there, I think in Shreveport, is that right?
Yeah,
exactly.
We've been to so many shows, I don't even remember which one it was, but I jumped on your YouTube and just watched a few here and there, and you guys do a great job. And like you said earlier, I mean, it's all about helping educate people, listening, trying to help people catch more fish and have more fun out there. So kudos to you guys, and keep it up. Keep doing everything you're doing. And like I said, if we can help you, if I can help you personally in any sort of way, we'd be definitely happy to, and I'd be happy to myself as well. So
all right. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, guys.
Like I say, if I say it's good products, it's good products. So hopefully, I recommend it a lot, and I think you guys will be around a while. I see it.
Yeah.
Just keep up the good work on y'all's end.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys having us on, and you guys
problem.
have a good evening, and
You too.
take care.
We'll talk later.
Care.
All right, see you
take
All
guys.
right,
care.
buddy.
All right,
Later.
bye. Right, good stuff.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
Without a doubt. I'll tell you what, man. I that beatdown mount,
Oh yeah,
it's
unreal.
you know
Second to none.
second to
Yep.
none. I
And I
guarantee
tell
you that.
people, and they ask me the price, and I'm like, 525 for just the ultimate, 325 for the flex. Like, man, that's expensive. But you only have to buy it once.
One time.
You know, I got two mounts in my garage that I bought previously, and they're just sitting there
Yeah.
because they didn't perform to my expectations. You know,
Right.
I put a beat down on, and I'll never change that.
Right.
Never. That thing
Yep.
is like,
They solid.
and I beat my boat up in the water. You know,
Mm-hmm.
driving,
Mm-hmm.
wave, no problems.
Yep.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if y'all heard me a while ago when I was telling Kim about Gorman being in Olathe.
Oh
That's
yeah,
Yeah.
they
yeah.
Olathe.
Oleta. Oleta.
So I was on a guided trip when this happened the other day, and it was like I got a line in my screen. At first, when I looked, I thought my screen was cracked, and I was like, "Man, what is that?" And I felt the screen. Well, the screen's not cracked, and I'm like, I didn't touch anything. So I was like, "Hey, I gotta pull my troll motor out. Let me take a look at my transducer. I might have something stuck on it." So pull the transducer up. It's clean, spotless, nothing on it. No, I mean no muck and no nothing. So I put it back in the water, powered my unit back up, and I was, because I cycled power too, and I was like, man, you got to be kidding me. It was just it was horrible looking. And I told my client, I said, hey man, you got to give me a minute. I got to do a sonar reset the sonar, got all my settings back, and it was still just bad.
Man.
And I could I messed with it enough to where I got rid of that real strong line, but now I got those rays. Uh, and also another issue that I'm having is if I'm coming up to a brush pile I can see a fish. Once I get between that somewhere between that 8 to 4 foot from that fish, the fish and the brush pile disappear.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I got to turn my trolling motor, and I can see it again.
Man.
And so I called Gorman, and man, the bad thing about it is middle of next month before they'll
Right.
have any more in. But I got to get that taken care of.
You
I
ever
don't like that
clean
one
your
bit.
transducer? You ever try to clean it?
I just use a
Water.
one of those, yeah, just water
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
uh microfiber
Yeah. Microfiber.
towel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Super Dave said they got there. I tell you what, Super Dave, man, we had a gust of wind come through here this morning. It was horrible.
Yeah.
That wind, man, it's been
Yeah. We
these
had it
fronts
last
coming
night.
through. Yeah, yep. But somebody asked a while ago, was I gonna give a trip away today? If I did, it would be a month out that you'd be able to I'd be able to schedule it. So I'm really busy this coming month. And that's a good thing for me, right?
Yeah.
There was another comment a while ago somebody put up. I thought I had marked it, but I'm not seeing it. And I want to get back to it. LBG, what's been going on, man? Glad you could join us tonight.
Yeah,
Yep.
I ain't gonna better stay too much longer. 'Cause I gotta lay
You
down.
got it? Oh, really?
Yeah,
You gonna go to work tonight, or you don't think so?
Ray probably gonna call me about 3 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta lay down here in a
Man.
minute.
Yeah.
Got up. I've been laying down here. I got back up, so I said, let me get up.
I see you almost got that live scope about 90% ready.
It,
Yeah.
I just gotta go out there and just some fine tuning on it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used it the other
That's
day
cool.
on I was on Lake Houston. Took
Okay.
it down.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. But they got piles on that on them piers, but the piles up they up under the pier, so it's like
Yeah.
right at zero.
Okay, yeah.
You can see the fish.
Right. Yeah.
It's like
That's pretty cool
behind them.
though. Just tuning it in and just watching them and learning.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It was pretty cool. I started to go back today, but I didn't get no rest that day I went. I got off
Yeah.
went at 4:00 that evening, got off 4:00 that morning, stayed up the whole day. It was dog tired. I said, man, I
Yeah.
can't do that no more.
How's the box working? You think it'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
good?
It's
Okay,
working
cool.
good. Yeah.
Cool.
Everything's working good. I appreciate your help.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, all that, man.
Yeah, if you
It's
ever need
working
anything,
good.
let me know.
Just a little bit
I'm gonna
heavy
call
because
you.
I didn't get.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow on them colors you want me to pour.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got
I'm
to
gonna do
have
it
that.
tomorrow.
I got to have that. Hey, one of them in 2-inch too. I want 2-inch in that.
Okay,
clear.
I'll call you tomorrow and
And what? And what color?
Yeah.
Trying to talk in code. What's up, man?
So we got Robert. I'm not sure if y'all remember. Robert is the guy that won that guy that trip.
Okay, yeah.
He's already in town, and we'll be out there slanging slabs in the morning.
Oh, cool. Congrats,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yep, Super Dave.
Yep.
I was glad they could come on. Steve, the one set all that up.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot more people. We're gonna stop pushing it. We relaxed for a little while, so it's time to get some people on there, and they got some great products, and they support us, and we're gonna support them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kim, you see that? You see what Super Dave said?
What? I don't see email on fire, so I guess. What?
Talking about your fire alarm a while ago.
Yeah, my fire alarm is really sensitive. You can't have any smoke; they go off.
Yeah, when I first got this
Well, at
house,
least they work.
Yeah.
And a couple giveaways. I'm gonna try to mail them Friday. I'm running late on a couple of them. I know last week's, and I did another giveaway, so I'm gonna get them out Friday.
Yeah, I gotta send mine.
I just been busy. Yeah. So just be patient. If you didn't get a tracking number from me, that means it didn't ship. So let me know. I sent a tracking right away. So
thank you, Crappie Day Fish On. Thank everybody for being here tonight.
Yeah.
So I named this. I think I named it Crappie Spawn and something else. But I've always said that this time of year is my least favorite.
Right.
And I want to just talk about why I feel that way and what you guys' opinion is on it. I'll fish shallow, but it's not something that I like to do.
Right.
And another thing too, I already know Blue Gary say that's his go-to.
Well, I just don't do it. Just only doing the spun though.
Yeah.
I fish shallow summer and winter time.
Right.
If I figure if it's something right there that's 3 foot of water, 5 foot of water, I'm gonna try it. You never know.
Yep.
Everybody don't live in the same neighborhood. So we fish the same way. So shallow, deep, in between. So go ahead,
Yeah. Yeah, I think Steve had his beat down before Sarge. I think Steve was with beat down before Sarge joined them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
But back to what I was saying a while ago. The reason why I don't like the spawn, the season, what everybody calls it, is because one day those fish will be there. The slightest change of wind direction, they gone, and you got to start all over again.
Yeah, they're very weather oriented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fronts come in, they move. It's just you have to have like 4 or 5 days straight good weather.
But that comes with a seasoned fisherman too.
It can be tough.
If he knows they gonna be on that bank that day, he knows to go fish his other ponds too. Now, a person just
So I ain't no good. I ain't no good fisherman. So I ain't gonna.
That's what they say.
You got to go to the fish market then when the wind is bad.
You gotta go buy you some catfish.
There you go.
Somebody got to do something, Ken. But yeah, I understand what you're saying with that though.
Tilapia or something.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yep.
to try some of that seasoning. Andes. I'm gonna
And
look
it's
it
yeah,
up.
it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
I
Oh
like the
man, I
spicy
see
one.
Yeah, it's
4.4 pound
Wow.
crappie. Whoa, look at that. That caught my
4.4.
eye real quick.
Without a doubt. I created
Christmas, bro.
Christmas
Love that spot.
trees.
I know
Love
you
that
do
spot.
love that spot,
Yep. And I want
Becca.
me a 4 pounder now.
man.
What lake was it? I'm just
Caught
curious.
my biggest crappie, 4.4 pounds around a
Man,
brush pile that I created with Christmas trees.
man.
That's awesome.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
You
Now
got the
that's a
coordinates?
fish of a lifetime,
Yeah.
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I always wonder, Grenada, they had all them 4 pounders. Why do they grow so big there? Some people say it's the 12-inch limit. You can only keep 15 a day. I don't know.
It's
Or
just the
is it
way.
more people throw back big fish more on that lake?
I,
I don't
I,
know.
I think I think it's just got so much water in areas that
It's a,
you just can't get to, that
Right,
those fish get to live, and it's just bait galore.
right.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
some
just
lakes
sit
have a
there
better
and
ecosystem.
Yeah.
exactly,
Because that lake
Mm-hmm.
has a lot of
exactly.
fishermen on it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But there's a
People, yeah.
lot of area that you just cannot get to, you know.
Right.
And
'Cause we
it's
got
just like Lake
Pomona
Houston.
here.
Lake
Yeah.
Houston, I'm willing to bet got 4 pounders swimming in it
Right.
because it has so much untouched structure
Right.
that it is unreal.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes. Years ago I used to complain about how much bait was in Lake. I mean, I still see big bait balls, but not like years past.
Right.
And you know, them lowering this lake during the spawning season, 3 years, 3 consecutive years, it has hurt the crappie population on this lake, and I see it. And you can ask bluegill. There were times that I'd be fishing with him in his boat, and he would be telling me that he's trying to get me on the pile. I said, man, don't worry about trying to get me on the pile because all I need to do is find a twig. I'm talking
Right.
about all you
Yeah.
had to do years past, 4 or 5 years ago, was find some kind of structure.
That's it.
It could be a stick up like this.
Right.
You're gonna catch a crappie off of it.
Yeah.
And but now it's just, I see areas that avoid a fish,
Right.
and it's just it's gonna come back because it's still got a lot of fish in it, but nothing like it used to have.
Right.
And then also they caught some guys, and I know that this is going on. They caught some guys gill netting on the lake,
Man.
and if they were doing it then, they've been doing it. I had a guy. It's been, I don't know, 5 6 years ago, maybe longer than that. He long line. They troll for white bass, and they were way up in the river, and both him and his buddy was fishing together. Bluegill, the guy I'm talking about. A white bass fish a lot together.
Oh
The
yeah,
two
yeah. The
older
two old
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know you
So
talking about.
both of them got snagged at the same time. It was like, man, we ain't never been snagged here. They go back up there and pull it up on both their jigs and pull up a gill net. And they say that thing was plumb stacked with fish, dead and alive. And I was like, okay, did you call the game warden? He was like, no, man, we when we seen that, we got our lures off there and got out of there.
Mm,
And if if anybody know, if you get way up the East Fork, man, it get kind of weary up there. You in no man's land. And I felt him on that. I was like, man, if you could tell me the whereabouts of it, I'll go and check. And if I find it, I'm gonna get the GPS coordinates and give it to the. But he just, he couldn't remember.
yeah.
But and it's like I say all the time: if you keep everybody on the lake legal, they can't hurt the fishery. But you start finding stuff like that, gill nets and that'll damage the lake. But back to what I was saying about that spawn fishing, man. Hey. One day they'll be here, and then they'll run up shallow, and I'm gonna say this again: all the fish never go shallow at the same time. So I stay deep. Usually, I stay deep, but at the same time, there are days where there's a lot less fish because a lot of them are up shallow, and they're very sensitive this time of year. They are very sensitive this time of year.
Yeah, they have to feel comfortable to come in there and
You
spawn.
muted, you muted, you muted, LBG.
Oh yeah, that dog barking, man, getting on my nerves. But yeah, you gotta talk to him right to make him come in that shallow water.
Is
Yeah.
that what it is? You got to
You
beg
gotta
them.
talk. No, you just gotta talk to him. You gotta beg him.
Yeah.
They don't like you to beg them.
You gotta talk nice to them.
Hey,
You gotta
that's
Yeah.
my
talk
favorite
nice.
saying. That's my favorite saying. I tell my customers all the time, hey man, we gotta go. We not gonna beg these jokers to bite. It's either they gonna want to bite
No,
or
no.
we gonna
Yeah.
move on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the spawn's going on pretty much all over the place.
All over,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
did. I done
Some
Old
finished.
lakes
I
catch
done
it.
a
missed
little
out a
late
little bit.
Yeah,
spawners.
down south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old catch him and wearing them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see when the summertime get here.
Yep.
See where all these boats go to. They're gonna put them back up in the sheds.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, they ain't biting no more. They going back to the fish running. They going back to the Gulf.
I got to
See, it
figure
said
where I'm
fish
gonna
are in
go
6 inches of
Saturday.
water at Grenada. 6 inches of water.
Man,
Wow.
I fished 5 to
Yeah,
8 foot of
Murdoch's.
water when I was in Mississippi. 5 to 8 foot.
It's so dirty. It's like Truman because it's so dirty.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
It's a
I agree
different
with.
type of fishing. You
It
can't make
is.
Yeah.
no noise, quiet,
Yep.
Yeah.
and that fish will just get in your zone. You get ready to drop that rod, he gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I know why them guys are using 18-foot rods.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
That's why Lamar's doing so good.
Yep. Yep. 18-foot rods. Keeping his drop zone is perfect
Mm-hmm.
before they're spooking.
Yep. Slab B said he'd rather fish shallow for him any day. Spot him, got him.
I like fishing about 10 foot of water. I don't like reeling, 10, 14 foot of water.
Yeah.
I don't even have to
I
reel.
agree. Yep.
Yep.
I agree. Set the
Once
hook
you
and get him
start
in the
having
boat.
to reel and stuff, yeah, I don't. And I don't like really 3, 4 foot of water either. So I
Yeah.
like that
Check out
medium.
Super Dave say that since I want a 4 pounder, he want a 4.1 pounder.
Yeah, everyone that's listening, I'm gonna set up next spring Grenada Lake, and we'll have plenty of lodging. I'm gonna get with Sarah early. We're gonna probably set a date in October for next spring. So if you want to get on, just come on here and we'll start planning it. Say in October
Yeah.
because they'll
I'm down
start
with that.
filling up quick. Yep, they'll start.
Yeah.
And what we'll
Yeah.
do is we'll get a couple big houses. Like she said, you can sleep 6 to 8 people in one house, and
Uh-huh.
we'll go to the grocery store and we'll be barbecuing every night. It'd be a good time. Do
Yeah.
wings. I'll bring my fryer, bring a couple grills. She even places grills at the cabins with
Cool.
propane free of charge.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool. Gotta try that then next year.
Yeah, yeah.
What time next year? You saying?
March.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
We want to. This next time we're gonna do a week before Crappie Masters, so they don't take all our 4 pounders. We want to get them 4 pounders before they do.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Cool.
Because they're there. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Sid says that the Mississippi wildlife fisheries says that the reason why it has so many big ones is the 12-inch limit, 15 fish per person, and primarily the 35-foot drawdown. It seemed like the drawdown would hurt the fishery.
Right. Because they say it's like something like ducks or something, and something about wildlife. They draw down that lake to keep the ducks and stuff from being, there, or some kind of birds.
Yeah.
But
Might
they
be
do it
the
every
water
winter.
temperatures.
Every winter they drop it like that. So maybe it's something that's working, and that's what they're doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And not a lot of boats can launch too, so a
Yeah.
lot of fish ain't getting taken from there.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds about right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're doing something right.
Yeah, they doing something. They
Yep.
doing something right. They doing something exactly right.
I agree with Slap B. I'll take any other time of year. Postpone's pretty good, and it's a lot less boats out because it's still.
Right.
They think the fish are all gone. After
Right.
the spawn. Milton Basket, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Milton, how's it going, man?
So, man,
Yeah, Milton had a great time out when me and him went out.
Yep, that's good stuff.
Murdoch says most Mississippi lakes are so good. I think it's because the fertility of the soil. The Mississippi River and Yahoo River basins just grow big animals, deer, squirrels, and fish.
they
Okay.
do.
They
They
And
just
they
get
do.
eat,
big.
They got some
and they
big deer
eat.
down there too.
They don't have a
Yeah.
winter, so they eat
What
all
about
year
bluegill?
round.
They got some big bluegill down there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they just don't talk about it, but they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Man.
Oh, so those don't nobody have like boat docks or live on the banks of the lake?
I
So
didn't see
Slab B
any at
says has
Grenada.
no
I didn't see
houses.
Yeah, I didn't see none at Grenada. Sardis, I didn't see any. Arca
Okay.
Butler might have had a
Well,
couple at Arca Butler.
imagine it floods so much coming to Mississippi River. Imagine
Arca
some of
Butler, I
the
thought I saw. I'm not for sure, but I thought I in some coves. I
Your
know
fish
1, 2, 3 sides. I didn't see any. I think a couple coves. No, I didn't. I didn't see any boat. Yeah, I didn't.
Huh.
There are campgrounds, a lot of
Cause I fish
campgrounds and
Perry. Oh
state
yeah.
parks around the lake, but I didn't see no boathouses.
Yeah. You ever heard of Lake Perry, Kim?
Oh yeah. I fish Perry all the time.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
You go up in Big Slough in the springtime.
Fishing addicts in the
That's the
house.
best
How's
area.
it going, guys?
You'll catch crappie every day, all day.
Huh.
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Slap B, I agree.
Yep. That's it.
They are very, very sensitive this time of year.
Yep.
And I think that's why they're so prolific. To tell you the truth.
8 to
They want
13 foot. That's what I like.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they want the
Flood
best
control.
conditions for
Yeah. They don't want to
their
get. They don't want
eggs.
to feel stressed because they're
Right.
actually laying eggs. They don't want to be
Yeah.
stressed out. So any little bit of
Thinking it's
weather
a
moves
saw
them
off
out.
the Mississippi River, even with the Oxbow Lakes down back home.
Right.
Yeah, Spot 'em got them from Mississippi too.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. Yeah, like the
Back
crappie den. If you're at Grenada Landing, that's where Crappie Masters has their weigh in. Like she said, I could be at the ramp in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a bait shop right there at the corner across the street. You can buy minnows. They sell rods, reels, bait tackle. Then there's a little convenient store. They sell like breakfast sandwiches right there. There's a laundromat right there. So everything's like right there.
Everything.
Yep.
Cool.
And then the cabins are spaced out. You pull in there. There's a roundabout. You can turn around. I pulled my boat right in front of it. So basically, when I walked down the steps from the cabin, my boat was within 3 steps of me walking out of the cabin.
Can't beat that.
wow.
Yep, power outlet right outside. Plug it in. She even had extension cords out there on some cabins in case you forgot yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And I had some problems with my boat. My bracket on my bunk board broke. There was a welding shop right next door. I just walked over there. He hooked me up, and I was back on the water next day.
Man.
Yeah.
So good guy, good
Everything you
people.
need.
Yep.
That's cool.
Real good. And that, food wise, they have everything, all the fast food stuff within 10 minutes.
Yeah, man.
So, but my buddy Travis and his friend Tanner went, and it was me and Nicholas, my son.
Yeah.
And Nicholas never had deer before. Well, Travis brought a bunch of deer. We cooked the first 3 nights dinner,
Ooh.
and my son Nicholas was like, "Man, this is the best stuff ever."
Oh,
Yeah, we even made. He brought some breakfast sausage,
Yeah,
and scrambled some eggs with it, and did in some tortillas. Oh man,
Yeah.
we had a blast.
Just
It
like
was
a
good
cow.
stuff. Yep, it's good stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, Nicholas like, when am I gonna get some deer again? Yeah, Travis just came over today and picked his 16-inch graph up.
Whoa.
So he's installing it right now. So I know he's having fun right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be on the water. He's gonna fish Crappie Masters
Oh,
Friday,
for real?
Saturday on Lake Fork. Yep.
Cool.
So he's gonna have that new graph.
Ready
He's
to
got
go.
1 day to learn it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
He's going from a 12 to a 16. So
Cool.
yeah. Once you get the logic of the settings and using
size
live
where the
scope,
fish.
yeah, that's
Yep.
I mean it's.
Yep.
Yep.
And I tell everybody, I mean, if you look at your jig versus the size of the fish, it
Yep. You can
tells you,
tell. Yep.
you can tell.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and that's one of the first things that a lot of people, oh, there's some fish right there. That's, man, that's bait fish. They
Yep.
want to try
Yep.
to drop on bait fish.
Yep. Same size as your jig.
Exactly. That's what they ask.
Yep.
Well, how you know that?
Yep.
I said, look at your jig. Look at the size
Yep.
of your jig
Yep.
versus that fish.
And they're all tightly grouped. They're all
Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
At Grenada, in 7 foot of water, that crappie was as big as that 3-pounder was big as that bottom of this
Yeah.
bottle on my
Yeah.
screen. That's how big they are. They're
I'll tell
huge.
you what, even down here, you know, that last video that I just put out yesterday, when I got on good fish, I knew it was good fish.
Yep.
You know, and man, you know, the people that say that they don't like live scope, man, I'm tell you, it's
Yep.
don't never ever in your entire life ever fish with it if you want to
Right.
continue saying that you don't like it.
Yep.
Because once you fish with it, it's over.
Yep. And I heard a couple things, some guides talking that they differentiate when they see fish on live scope, which I'm going to start paying more attention. Crappie, when you see crappie, the other fish will, when they move, they'll be paddling with their bodies. Crappie will only paddle with their
With the
tails.
tail, yeah.
Their body will not move, and that's how you can differentiate between
I'll tell you this though.
gaspagoos and a lot of fish.
If
They won't even look at them.
if a
Well, I might try
gaspagoo
to drop
is
it. Yep.
if a gaspagoo is suspended, you can't tell the difference.
Right. Yeah,
If
they
they're
know.
suspended,
They know. They know. I talked to
Oh.
2 guys. Yep, Eric Cagle too. He can
Yeah.
point out if it's a crappie or not, and that's
I
the
hadn't seen the
stuff, you know.
difference.
Yeah.
That gaspagoo looked like that tight ball every time.
That's crazy, and that's how you know. I mean, these guys that are at the next level, and that's little pointers that they're doing that other people aren't.
Yeah.
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 And they're managing their time on the water. That's number one.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. That's what
Jay
it's
Barry
about.
says he's going back to the doctor Monday. Get the okay to get back to fishing. That's what's up, buddy.
Okay.
I hope everything goes well
Hey
for
Jay,
you.
you got a package coming to you. I'm gonna mail it tomorrow. Them plastics, so be on the lookout.
Y'all, I
Yep.
gotta slide out of here, man.
All right, LBG.
For a little bit,
All
man.
right, man.
Get out here, holler at you.
Appreciate
When you
you.
give me a call tomorrow. Oh, anytime, bro.
Yeah, as soon as I
Appreciate
get
you
off work,
popping
I'll
on,
give you
brother.
a call.
10-4. Yeah. All right, Kim.
All right now.
I'll
All right,
y'all
take
later,
care,
man. Y'all
man.
take care.
All
All
right,
right.
you too, man.
Later. I bet you Eric K will catch more gaspagoo than he let anybody know. Because
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Jordan
tell you now,
Sanders.
man.
He said the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can say all they want.
Yeah.
I'd have been looking. That gaspagoo, that joker there, it's hard to differentiate. Cause he'll suspend and look. I'm talking about that joker will be balled up just like a crappie. Yep. But I know what they're saying. That crappie, that's all you see is that tail wave. Yep. Hey Kim, I like that shirt. Where can I purchase one?
Mm-hmm.
You get a compliment on that shirt every time you wear it.
Yep.
I got a bluegill one too.
Okay.
yeah?
Bass Pro or
Yeah, it's called Amazing Style.
okay.
Also on the internet.
You go on Instagram and type in "amazing style."
Okay.
Oh,
They
okay.
got all
That's cool.
kinds of fishing shit.
Okay.
That's what's up. I had a guy hit me up the other day on Instagram, wanted me to look at some of this stuff.
Okay.
He said becoming an ambassador with the it's sort of like pro staff, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just hadn't had time to look at it. Would be cool though.
Yeah. I see a lot of people try to sell their overseas.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Hey,
it
you know, I
takes a
want to
while.
buy this.
It
Yeah,
takes a
yeah,
while to get them too, because they're
yeah.
from China.
Right.
Murdoch said the only thing he don't like about
Yeah.
live scope is he don't have it on his boat yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good tool, man. You can't. Every time you go out, I'm amazed. Except when my unit ain't showing right, like
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah. Driller say he's
Yeah.
35,000 feet up. I guess he in a plane somewhere.
Oh, cool, man.
That's what's up. They're huge in Grenada for sure. It does fill up. It does fill up a square.
Yeah.
Yep, without a doubt. Yep, you
Yeah.
can tell a crappie from other fish too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Live
might be
scope's
because
incredible.
I'm running that little bitty 10-inch screen too.
Yeah.
That make it hard for me to
Right.
differentiate a crappie from a goo. What's up, fellas? Will y'all be fishing any of the major crappie trails?
Darian, what's up?
Not at this point.
No.
I'd like to. I'd like to join Cat.
Next year, I'm gonna do a few next year. I decided I'm gonna do
I
a
am
American
too.
Crappie Trail, and I'm gonna do a couple of American Crappie Trails.
Yep.
Depends on location, you know.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna, guys asking about a giveaway a while ago, but I don't want to do the trip right now. It's like I said, I'm just out getting the uh the one I gave away already. We'll be going
That's
out
tomorrow.
tomorrow
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. So we'll surprise everybody with the one coming up next month. I'm gonna do one a month, once a month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do it once a
Right.
month. Now I might be doing 2 a month and do one for the veterans and then one for just everybody
Right.
to participate.
Yeah.
If I have time. The
Two
thing
more
is I gotta
days.
have
It'll
the
be
time.
April.
Yep.
April in 2 days. Man, these
Yeah, it's
years
gonna
flying.
snow. It's snowing here tomorrow.
Oh
What?
man.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Dang.
Wow.
Not heavy, but it's supposed to be some good flurries from like
Right.
7 to 11 or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Tired.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Time to go to bed.
what you got in your vice, Kim?
That's that bluegill.
Oh, okay.
The one we was killing on Oklahoma.
Hold on a minute. I need to take a look at that. You saying bluegill. Hold on a minute.
Oh, cool.
I still can't see it.
Yeah, I can see it now.
There you go.
Yep. That a new age? Looks like it.
Yeah, it's
new age.
sunfish,
Yeah.
and the
Okay,
head's
it's got
called
some-
bold gill is the head.
Oh, cool.
They was tearing that up in Oklahoma.
Over there.
That's what's up.
Eufaula?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What you think about the lake? I ain't never been on it. I drove by it.
Well, we couldn't get on it really because it was so windy all 3 days.
I think
so,
it's so big, that lake. Man.
yeah, we had to get up in the creek.
100,000 acres.
Yeah, it was
Incredible.
too windy. Yeah.
Sardis, we were on there, and that thing was so big. And they were like, Eufaula's bigger. And I was like, man, 88,000 acres for Sardis.
I'm going back. So.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Well, I get to get on the lake. I've been sitting around being lazy, man, and I wanted. That was probably about a 2-hour span today. I could have went and snuck out to my little bluegill and red ear hole over here and checked on them. And first chance I get, man, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Go check
I
on them
went
red
checked
ear.
on them Sunday. I get it. I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told myself next year I'm going to retire and I'm going to plan on going to Joe Pool and I'm gonna make that a good fishery. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna drop some stuff in it, and I'm gonna catch some good. There's some good fish out there. I'm just gonna put the time in, and
Yeah,
so
Slab B.
Yep.
Slab B. Most of the guys that I have on my trips, man, they're brand new. I have repeats that do a lot better, but a lot of the people are brand new to live scope.
Right.
And that's what I take pride in, man. And because these lakes down here, they're not a Lake Fork or Grenada, man. It's it's not even Lake Houston is not even a Conroe.
Right.
And a lot of people they don't understand Lake Houston, but it is a really tough lake.
Right.
Can be a really tough lake. You can go out there sometimes. I mean, just that the fish jump in your boat, but it's not very often. That's what's up.
Yep.
Gaspagoo would trick you out suspended, without a doubt. Hey, I see it. They really will. Keep those gaspers for my dog. There you go. There you go.
Hey,
Here's
Stephanie.
a question. When do you know when to use a hand-tied jig versus a plastic jig? Plastics work really well, and there ain't hand ties work really well. It's just personal preference. If you ask me, if you run into a tough bite, if you change enough of either, you're gonna find something that they want to eat. Now I will say this: if it's a super tough bite, I'm gonna go with the micro hand tie. And the reason why I go with the micro hand tie is because I can get more scent on it. What's y'all's take on that?
Let me see. What was the question? When do you know when to use a hand tie versus plastic? I use more plastics, but sometimes I'll have a rod with a hand tie, and I ain't afraid to use it. Hand ties are probably easier to fish than plastic because you don't have to even touch it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all I use, so
yeah.
I can't say. I don't use plastic. So.
Right. I got a lot of friends. That's all they use is hand ties. They won't even use a plastic.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to not. I used to when I first started. Plastics was all I used.
Yeah.
And I was using some cream baits that they worked really well. Yep. And then a caddy switched over. I'm not gonna mention the name of the baits that they switched to. And when I tell you, you catch two fish, you might be able to catch two fish before you have to change a bait out. And then it's always you get a little perch peck, your bait's all the way down your hook.
I hear the same thing.
Put it back on.
People call me every day saying like, two fish and the thing's ripped and
exactly. Yep. But then I was like, man, I gotta get in hand ties. I bought one set of hand ties from a guy, and I was like, man, I ain't paying all that money for them hand ties. So
they're worth it.
One jig, the hook broke on one jig, and I sat there and said, man, I'm gonna take this thing apart and see how he put it together.
Yeah.
And I took that deal. I was like, that's so simple, it's unreal.
Yeah.
So I bought me a vise, bought me a little cheap vise, bought me some material, and got real deep into hand ties. I strictly hand ties for several years.
Yeah.
Then I met up with Steve. Behind getting jig hooks. I started off, me and Steve met getting jig hooks for me to hand tie on. Gave me some plastics one day, and I was like, I'm gonna try them.
Yeah.
And they don't come down your hook. Yeah. You get a miss a bite. Every now and then you have to reposition it, but them plastics work.
Yeah. I'll catch a limit, take the bait off, put it back in the bag, use something else, and go back and use the same one later.
Yep. There's several times that I'll have the same bait on 3 clients deep.
Yep.
And it's still performing, still holding up great.
Yep. So crappie don't have no teeth, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, them jokers got some gristle. They got some sandpaper.
Yeah.
They got some sandpaper.
You get home, your hands are all
exactly.
You handle enough of them, you'll get it.
Yeah. Yep. Take the skin off your hand.
That's right. Without a doubt.
Yeah, another
So,
thing.
guys,
I picked my boat up tomorrow from the wrap shop.
cool.
Yep, my boat will have a wrap as of it's already wrapped, but tomorrow it'll be finished. So
Yeah.
look for a video on the wrap tomorrow. I'm gonna pick
That's
it
what's
up
up.
probably around 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. I might do a live from there. Give them some little publicity, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, carbon fiber with logos on it. So Beatdown will
Check
be
this
on
out.
there.
Robert said he's a vet also.
Okay.
So I guess it's a twofer. That's what's up.
Cool, man.
Thanks for your service.
Yep.
Tim,
The
don't you
SK's
go
logo
nowhere.
on the wrap. Yep.
Yep,
What's
that's super
Yep.
cool.
Yep. SK's logo's on the wrap. Yep.
Yep.
Who don't go nowhere?
I was telling Tim. Tim was saying it's a good show.
Oh,
Yeah.
they said Kim.
No. Tim.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm trying to blow through this. I'm gonna try to get out of here two on the dot tonight. I'm gonna do a giveaway. If I can get my computer to come on. Oh, I don't even have it hooked up. That's why it ain't on. If I get this other, it might come on now. Do a quick giveaway real quick. Y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna try to get this thing set up.
Yeah, Smelly Jelly's been selling good. Yeah, I mailed some more
'Cause it
out
works
yesterday. Oh yeah, I heard a couple guys talking about Smelly Jelly in the comments tonight.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I had a couple fish going up just looking at the bait on Grenada. Put that Smelly Jelly on. Oh man, they devoured it.
Tell
That
you
3-pounder I caught had Smelly Jelly on it.
a man that say that Smelly Jelly don't work
Yep.
is a man that accepts skunks
Yep.
or scent in general
Right.
don't work. Because I'm gonna tell you, there are times that those fish will just not bite
Right.
unless you have some scent on it. And that Smelly Jelly's been working really good.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
And it's
All right,
easy.
guys.
It's easy to put on, you know.
Exactly.
And it lasts.
it's not.
It lasts.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yep.
It's not a
Yep.
constant
Right.
battle like crappie nibbles. We're gonna do a giveaway on some jigs tonight. Type in hashtag Crappie Spawn in your comment. What is the best position to hook a minnow? I don't, you don't want to get that type of information from me.
Yeah, I do it from the bottom of the net and then just come through his head. Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I know some people go
Yeah.
through the eyeballs, and I go through the bottom of the chin and then come out his
I
head.
just put them through the lip.
Yep,
Yeah, I'll
same
tell you
lip-
what,
little
back
lip
Keep
back
them alive.
works. Yep.
back when I did use minnows, there were times that I'd tail hook them back there.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was the way they wanted it.
Right. I seen people hook them just like a jig. They'll thread them.
Oh yeah.
So
I've
that
seen
crappie don't steal it.
Yeah, there's a video
We'll
that
get you.
the one I was telling you about, the guy with a 22-inch screen or 24-inch
yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying that he did sometimes. The thing is, I'm gonna say this, and I say this a lot, is when you get out there and you're using a certain technique, if that technique is not working, make some changes.
Yep. Exactly.
Because I'm gonna tell you, there are no definites with crappie fishing. I don't care what nobody says. You go one day, they'll be hitting black up there at 10 or 12 foot deep. You go back that next day, they won't touch black. You can put a white on, you nail them, but you're gonna be fishing 16, 18 foot deep. They got fins, they move.
Yep.
Their diets change. I mean, it's just, if you want to become a consistently good crappie catching angler, you're gonna be good at making changes.
Yep.
And I'll tell you this, man, I've had some awesome clients. Some of them think that you can go out there with 15 poles and everybody's setting the hook, back to back.
Right.
But that's just not how it works. And you could go one day and it's like that, but the next day it's not going to be like that. But I got some very understanding clients, because fishing Lake Houston, it's just not one of them lakes you're going to pull up to the first brush pile and start yanking fish. I mean, it does happen, but it's not going to be something that just constantly happens. All right, guys, let's do this draw real quick. We're gonna slow down on the entrance. Like we got 41 people. That's we got 81 on. Always steady growing. So let me give it a minute. 42. I want to be out of here 2 on the dot, but that's not gonna happen. $43. All right, guys, we're getting ready to do it. We on 2 on the dot. Here we go. Oh, wrong screen. David Willis. Congratulations, David
Congrats.
Willis. If you would, send me an email with your mailing address, and I'll get you a pack of baits mailed out. David Willis. Congratulations. Y'all tied up, or you want to do something, or what?
Yeah, do one. I'll do a mixed bag. Yeah. I'll put some jig heads, some plastics, I'll mix it up.
Okay. And I know I talked last week about doing that giveaway over on the Facebook page. I just have not had time.
Right.
But that's coming very, very soon also. And somebody's gonna win a pack of steel heads.
Yep.
David, if you would, this is the email. Dave, just put the email. David or Dave and Dave. There we go.
Yep.
That's my email right there. If you would, send me your mailing address, and we'll get them on the way. All right, guys, let's do this next one.
Yep.
Gonna blow through them pretty quick.
You're gonna get some of this new color I just poured. It's pretty cool. I know it's gonna work good.
Chat Jock.
Chad Jog, send me a message on Limits Tackle or email, and I'll get them back. I'm gonna mail Friday, so hit me up when I got about 3 or 4 to pack up. So email or hit me up on Facebook.
Yeah. All right. What you gonna do? One, Kim? Are you good or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna give away a decal. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That's cool. Who you get to make them?
Oh, I don't know. My buddy had them made for me this time.
Really?
I don't know.
I usually get different.
And they
Depends
were
who runs the good deals. All right,
the best deal I've ever got too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to everybody.
I'll have them for you next time. I can't remember.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, guys.
Stephanie Slanton.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'll write her name down.
Yeah, Stephanie won the cookbook too, didn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's good stuff.
Well, I was glad to have the people we had on tonight.
Yep. It was good.
Yep, without a doubt.
Yep. Good people.
Without a doubt. Yep.
Yep.
Guys, I appreciate y'all coming on tonight, and appreciate
good luck
everybody.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yep.
We may have to run some, but
what lake?
We gonna Lake Houston.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I got to get back on Conroe, man. We had some good catches on Conroe. Yeah. I'm talking about, hey man. I wish I could find the black crappie again on I think the population is just something happened. I don't know what it is. That when Harvey hit real bad down here. Yeah. Harvey took a lot of those fish out of that lake for something. Man. I don't know why or how. But the black black crappie population in
Yeah.
Lake Houston is just way down.
Yeah.
And they were just so much more aggressive. Thumps and everything else, fight. Hopefully they'll come back. But guys, I'm pooped.
Yep, me too, man. We get some rest. It's my Friday tomorrow, and I get my boat. Oh man, it's on.
Yeah, send me some. Did he send you some pictures today?
Updated? No, I'll get once he finishes one side. I'll have him do a video, and I'll send it tomorrow.
Okay. All right, that's cool. All right, guys. Kim, Steve, appreciate y'all, man. We'll catch y'all later on.
problem,
Everybody
man.
in chat, Super Dave, and all you other guys, LBG, Slick, Big Les, appreciate all you guys and everybody else in chat. Thanks for joining us tonight. And like we always say, we'll be back next week.
Yep.
Same time, same flavor.
Yep. Take care, guys.
Later.
All right.